culture. They need to, I mean, it's just countless things. Why is the police department getting so much damn funding? All those things. Like, these are all problems that we could really focus on. And they're trying to say, hey, shut up. We gave you a holiday.
Right. And it, like you said, like, you know, I was actually just talking to my best friend, and she was saying how we went to the same high school, but I was a year older than her. We had different history classes, and she said the teachers who she had in history, he kind of, taught Juneteenth to her class. And I was like, I honestly never ever remember being taught anything about Juneteenth in high school. I personally didn't. I don't remember learning about Juneteenth until I started learning it on my own after I got out of school.
Literally.
So
there was never a class where they're like, all right, so this is a thing, and this is what you guys need to make sure you celebrate, or you need to understand why this is what we're celebrating.
Right. Exactly.
There's never any of that. Like, they give you like the most basic white history,
right.
rewritten history. Like, they give you everything that they want you to know and want you to hear, and give you a whole new perception, and you literally have to just take it upon yourself to go get the real information. And that comes from talking to your peers and finding family members, relatives. Everybody has information that you could utilize to help you have a better understanding
of course. And
culture.
I'll definitely be celebrating Juneteenth tomorrow.
Absolutely. I will too.
But speaking on, like how we were saying how, they just feel like they gave us this. Do you feel like we're going to end up getting reparations at any point in time?
I mean, we could only hope in this country at this point.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. There's a lot of things we want that they give to us only when they want to. Or when we do something like 2020. Because, I mean, other than that, it's like, we can ask all we want. I think the only way change is going to come is by us changing it physically ourselves.
Of course, I agree. I say that all the time.
There's no way we can ask them and expect to receive anything back.
Right.
We need to just, what do we want? Let's go get it, and let's do it right now. And that's the biggest thing, is taking action. Yeah. You can speak about it, which is great, to speak up about it and, talk to your peers, post on social media, but actions is like the number one thing. You need to make sure you're actually out there actively doing things to make these changes and get what we need and what we deserve. And
that brings me to how I wanted to ask, I have been seeing, we as Black people, we do a lot of protesting and, marches and stuff like that. Do you think that is enough for us? Because like you said, we have to go out and get it. We have to make the change, do it ourselves. But do you think that just going out and protesting, is that enough? Like, what else should we be doing? What else do you think we need to be doing?
Going out and protesting isn't enough within itself. But it is a great step towards grabbing attention towards a cause, towards our cause. Right. But like I said, the action is what really makes the difference. Another step is educating one another. Like I said, a lot of people come from different areas, were raised completely different, and they have different perspectives. They may not know as much about the culture as, you would think they should know, or that you want them to know, or that they're lacking a lot of people can be lacking in a lot of areas when it comes to this. And educating one another is probably the most powerful thing. Because when bad messages get spread or false messages get spread on the internet because this person isn't educated on this topic, then it creates all these misconceptions all around where people start getting confused, and that's why you have so many different points of views and perspectives. Right. So definitely educating one another is probably one of the best first steps to take, is having a clear understanding of what's going on. Yeah,
I definitely agree. We need, like you said, we need to preach and push more of a different agenda than what we currently are. Right. I feel not all of us, but a lot of us, that. And when I say that agenda, I mean, I personally feel right now the agenda that is being pushed is, again, not all of us, but for a big majority, it's, money, cars, likes, Instagram, how you look, and this and that. And we're preaching this, and that seems to be the most important thing, but it's like,
it's not.
That's not at all.
It's really not it at all. There's like a way deeper meaning, deeper cause to everything we should be doing. But they like to glorify certain aspects of life to distract you from what should actually be getting done. Such as the likes and instant gratification all over social media. Like, it gets addicting for a lot of people.
Yeah, of course.
It becomes a business for some people where they literally can't live without it. Yeah. So it's like, and some people aspire to get in those positions, and it becomes such a focus in this world that you forget about the real problems and the real issues going on.
Now, do you feel with you being a rapper, especially being a black man and being a rapper, do you feel that, well, how do you feel first, how do you feel like you're portrayed as being a black man and being a rapper? How do you feel that, you know?
There's a lot of stereotypes that come with it, you know, and I just feel like, I mean, I know my message, I know my purpose, I know what I'm here for, I know what I'm doing. There's a lot of people that do it. There's actually everybody does it differently in a sense. I mean, aside from the baby's flow, no, I'm just playing. But everybody does it differently in a sense.
I see what you did
shout out to baby. Everybody does it differently in a sense, so that it creates a lot of different perspectives for a lot of people. And a lot of people will gain the stereotype of rappers being associated with drugs, money, and just countless women, and just like this toxic look in a sense. But they make it look like it's just like amazing. Like this is the life. Like you don't need to settle with one person. You need to just chase excessive amounts of money and diamonds, and that's what you need in life. And I mean, that's the stereotype around it, but I mean, I'm here for a deeper message to be delivered and a deeper cause for help for the people in general. Yeah, that's what was I answering again? I kind of lost track.
It's all good. I was just basically saying, you know, but you being a black man and being a rapper, like how we were saying, pushing that agenda, how it seems that that's the agenda that is pushed, and I was just basically saying how you feel that you're portrayed and I feel you feel like you have to keep up with pushing that agenda, that same agenda?
That what I feel like people portray me as a rapper? Absolutely not. No. Okay. I just be being myself. Right. Vibing. As you should. I make what I make. When I think of sounds, it's just a sound I think of, a vibe, a feeling. It's not always the same genre. Like I've made countless things of different genres. I've produced rock music for friends. Right. Like I'm very open minded when it comes to that. I'm never like trapped in this box of like, oh, I need to talk about guns, money, and drugs, and like maintain this little baby type vibe. Like most of these upcoming SoundCloud type rappers, they try to like kind of mimic that general aspect of music.
No, they all do. They definitely do.
All the branches you can take, really. But yeah, I feel like that's what a lot of people can view it as. But they'll see what's up.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a break, y'all, and then we'll be right back. All right, you guys, welcome back from break. We are back here, sitting here talking to Zavy. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into it. I was just asking you how you feel, how you feel you're portrayed as being a rapper. But what I did want to ask you that I did not get to ask yet, how do you feel, what does being a black man mean to you?
Being a black man to me means being a great role model for the younger generation of black boys coming up. Mm-hmm. I know that's like the number one thing. Because, depending on your influences, who you have around you while you're growing up and who you see on, the media is like that's where your inspiration comes from. That's where your vibe comes from. That's where everything, you have to see it and learn something and choose something to stick to in a vibe of what type of person you're going to be, along with what you're already born with. And I feel like, if you're in an environment where there's a lot of negativity, surrounding you and, violence and things like that, you're going to grow up 9 times out of 10 just kind of like, that's just, it's just who you are now. Right. And so it's like, if you really can be that role model as a black man for the younger generation and show them like, look, that ain't the way. I'm going to show you how to make some money. I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. I'm going to show you how to like get to the best spot for you and to ultimate happiness. You know what I mean? Whatever that is for everybody, because everybody is opinionated. So, but I mean, the safest, most legal way, I feel like, is just like the number one thing, literally, because it's like their system is built to tear us down. So it's like,
Of course.
The more illegal routes you take, whether they're minor or major, they like to try to add those up on you for the long run. Mm-hmm. So when you do eventually make it, when you do eventually get to the position you like, they got all this that they're about to use and use the system against you completely. So it's like the less of that you do and the more positive, legal, everything, it gives them way less to work with when they're trying to tear you down. And they can't fuck with you because you're just like, I'm legit.
No, that's why you're absolutely right when you said the legal way. Like,
right, literally. It's like,
because that is the way that needs to be taught. Mm-hmm. So next, though, I did want to ask, how do you feel? All right, we good. My bad.
You're good.
I wanted to ask you, though, how do you feel that...
I'm sorry. It says muted. It said you're muted. Press control.
Oh, I think that was a Zoom.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know why Zoom is even up. What the hell? All right, sorry about that. We'll edit all this shit out. That's anyway, but I did want to ask, how do you feel, though? What do you think, or do you think that Joe Biden has done anything beneficial for the Black community?
Hell no. No, I'm just No. Do I think he's done anything beneficial for the Black community?
Since he's been in office?
Since he's been in office?
I agree with your hell no.
Yeah, I really don't feel any effects. I can't speak for the entire Black community, but me personally, my day-to-day is the same. I haven't noticed any changes. I know he just signed something for the Juneteenth to become a holiday, but what did that do? I mean...
He also signed, what was it, the AntiAsian Hate law?
I will say this. He did put the Black community at more ease than they were with Trump in office. Meaning...
Elaborate.
I just felt so... Like, I feel like everybody just always had this tense feeling with Trump being there. It's just like... It's so unpredictable. It's like, damn, like, I don't know what this crazy motherfucker about to do next. But, like, with Biden, it's like, at least we know he's not going to really do much.
Yeah.
He may not be doing good, but he also isn't really doing
Comparing the two, though, do you think Trump did more for us than Biden has done?
I don't think Trump did anything for us, aside from photo ops. That's my whole take on it. But essentially, I mean... I'm not one to follow politics down to the T. I'm not a Sean King, you know what I'm saying?
No, I got
but
Sean King.
But you know,
I hear you.
I definitely don't feel like Trump did anything positive for us in a sense of like he didn't make our day he didn't make my day-to-day better.
Yeah,
when I speak on the Black community, I am part of the Black community. Mm-hmm. And if I feel like I wasn't affected in any positive ways or my life hasn't changed in any way, then I feel like maybe there's nothing that was major enough that really catered to my community. You know what I mean? Catered enough to us, to our community. But like I said, I'm not really super into the whole super politic lifestyle. So,
no, I hear you.
But yeah, my perspective on it. That's my perspective.
What about Kamala? What's your takes on her?
I don't really have a whole lot to say about her because, like I said, same thing. Both ways, politics has just never been my like go-to thing to like follow because I feel like it's just always been so damn corrupt.
Of course, I agree.
Like,
and it's so
I'm like, what am I following anymore?
Right.
Like,
it's so funny you said that because I wanted to ask you, do you think that we have to be as Black people need to be Democrats? And I want to ask you this because I don't. But it's growing up, you know, we're always taught that we're supposed to be, as Black people, we're taught that we're supposed to be Christians, we're supposed to be Democrats, and it's so funny because now that I'm older, you know, I'm talking to my mom and I'm learning all this stuff, and I'm telling her all these things that she didn't know, and she's like, I don't want to say that I'm going against her, but I feel like at first that's maybe like she was probably feeling that like that maybe, but it's so funny because I feel like I'm enlightening her now. I'm opening up her eyes. And the other day she's like, she says to me, she goes, I just told my mom that I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. And I was like, oh, really? Yeah. Really? I was like, so you see what I'm saying now? Like,
right.
Things are starting to make sense to you, Mom.
It's just, it's definitely, the system in general is just, in my perspective, corrupt.
Yeah.
It's never as good as it seems at any point. I just feel like, I mean, I'm not going to say every person that's involved with politics is necessary.